We begin this morning with senior aides at the presidential office briefing the media on the Lee Jae Myung administration's first 6 months in office. Diplomacy, reviving the economy, and bolstering communication were among the key topics. And next year's focus will be on resuming dialogue with North Korea. Our Yoon Jung-min reports.
The South Korean government's push for the Korean Peninsula peace coexistence process will be in full swing next year. That's according to National Security Advisor Lee Sung-lac on Sunday, as the president's senior aides and secretaries briefed the media on the major outcomes of the Lee Jae Myung administration during its first 6 months. When asked whether he would suggest adjusting the South Korea-U.S. joint military exercise to resume dialogue with North Korea, he said he's not considering that.
To resume dialogue, we need to consider what cards we have. There are some possible options. We do not necessarily consider the joint exercise as a card. We will explore various options.
With Pyongyang remaining unresponsive to calls for dialogue, we noted that the South Korean government will continue its role as a pacemaker for possible North Korea-U.S. dialogue. He added it's more likely that bilateral talks with Washington would take place prior to dialogue with Seoul. On the recently announced Korea-U.S. joint fact sheet, the top security office said 3 task forces have been formed on uranium enrichment, nuclear power submarines, and expanding the defense budget.
We are currently working on a roadmap for consultations with the U.S. Discussions with the U.S. have been underway at a working level starting this month, and we expect tangible outcomes in the first half of next year.
On the domestic front, the president's chief of staff, Kang Hoon-sik, said the key focus was restoring the economy and people's livelihoods away from the fallout from the brief martial law imposition by the previous president.
We have established the Emergency Economic Task Force, the very first order by the president, and executed an extra budget to revive people's livelihoods. Spending and demand have revived as we handed out consumption coupons.
Another focus during the past half year was bolstering communication with the public, including televising live weekly cabinet meetings in full and holding town hall meetings. And to end the Yongsan presidential office era, the top office will return to the Cheongwade, the former presidential compound, within the year, with packing and moving expected to be completed around Christmas. Yoon Jung-min, Arirang News.